Every season of Survivor is a story. There are main characters, sidekicks, comic reliefs, and villains. A good season of Survivor tells a compelling story that has you rooting for someone and against someone else in hopes that it will all end in a satisfying conclusion. Each story we look at together will go through one character's journey, from beginning to end, from the time they're introduced until they inevitably get their torch snuffed or win the game. We will look at every character moment and strategic move to determine whether they are a hero or a villain, and whether they were a good or bad strategist. And with that, welcome to Once Upon an Island. Now, for reference, we are only going to be observing what the TV show is showing us and what story is being told through the show. No future seasons will be mentioned, as the story and characters here have no idea about what happens in those future seasons. Secret scenes may be included to flesh out the story, and all character moments and strategic moves are interpreted with the mindset of what the story is trying to tell us. Now with that,
who will have what it takes to outwit, outplay, and outlast all the rest? This is Survivor 44.
Yam Yam, a 35-year-old salon owner from Puerto Rico, was a castaway in Survivor 44, and let's not waste any time meeting him as the season starts, and he says,
I'm so excited, I can't wait to see Jeff, I can't wait to not eat, not shower, not brush my teeth, poop in the ocean, bring it!
Yam Yam is so full of charisma that he might be dangerous if others recognize the threat of someone like that. This season, like the last three, has 26 days and 3 tribes. Now, if you watch Survivor 41, 42, and 43, or at least watch the winter videos I made for those seasons, then let me tell you an editing/storytelling secret. If Jeff talks to someone on the mat in the beginning of the premiere, then they are eligible to win. This dates back to season 33, and it only skipped season 34, but here in the new era, aka post 40, it is consistent every single time. So when Jeff asks Matthew, Franny, and Yam Yam a question and no one else, we know these 3 are the only eligible people to win this game based on the consistent storytelling decisions made in the new era. Fun. This cast is overly positive right out the gate, as after being together on the mat for maybe 2 seconds, they're like, oh yeah, we're already family. Okay. Yam Yam is on the Purple Tika tribe with Carolyn, Carson, Bruce, Sarah, and Helen. They then have their very first reward challenge where they have to dive under a beam, and wow, just like that, Bruce has injured his head and is bleeding. Medical comes and checks on him while they pause the challenge, but ultimately they do clear him to continue playing. Despite this heroic effort, Tika does lose because Carolyn is screaming like a banshee because she can't get the rings off the pole. It's really funny. Upon arriving at their camp, they discover a bird cage, and what the heck is this?
Are you scared of it? Let's just get it. This cage obviously has some kind of advantage, and we're like, whoa, this is the new thing here. What if it's candy? You're gonna leave it there? There has to be a key somewhere, because that lock is not gonna open with the abracadabra, you know? Being from Puerto Rico, I think I have something that other people are not gonna have. I don't come from the States where it's cold or the humidity is gonna bother me. It sucks, the humidity, but I'm used to it sucking. I'm used to the beach. I'm used to the seawater, the waves, the plants. It's very familiar to me.
If Yam Yam is the winner due to Matthew and Franny losing, then he would be the first ever winner of Survivor to actively live in Puerto Rico while playing on the show. Later that night, Bruce is just getting worse and worse, and Medical decides to pull him from the game. Just like that, Tika is now down to 5 members. The next day, a boat pulls up to their camp, and oh boy, I can never guess what this is for. That's sarcasm. This is the 4th season in a row they're doing this exact twist. Sarah is elected to go from their tribe, and upon coming back, she says, I don't even know what happened. Okay, whatever. So at the immunity challenge,
Soka, 1 extra person. Who's it gonna be?
I'm gonna.
Tika consensus.
1, 2, 3.
There it is. Tika wins immunity. Safe from tribal council.
they won immunity. So, yeah, I guess that's it for the premiere episode. Aside from the birdcage, it is structurally copy and pasted from the last 3 seasons, but so far we have seen Yam Yam is super charming as can be, but we are not quite sure where he stands currently in terms of alliances or strategy yet. But does that really matter when we know he has a 1 in 3 shot of winning? By the way, if you want to pick what I cover for videos and watch everything up to 6 months early, then consider joining my Once Upon an Island Patreon. You can cancel at any time, and there is a 15% discount if you do sign up for 1 year. Thank you for your support. Episode 2 sees everyone hunting feverishly for the birdcage key, but Yam Yam is not successful at all. So after looking and looking, they all go back to the cage and something is up. It looks like the bag's been opened and then put back? But how? Who did it? Yam Yam has no idea. Helen asks Carolyn if she has it, and Yam Yam says no way, Carolyn can't have it. He suspects Sarah has it, and Sarah suspects Yam Yam has it. Spoiler alert, Carolyn did find it, and she did put the bag back, and she wasn't very careful about it. She has an immunity idol, and no one else knows about it. We then go to the immunity challenge, where...
All right, Soka, you have one extra person going to sit somebody out. Who's it going to be?
I'll do it again.
Claire going to sit out again. Is that a volunteer or is that a tribe decision?
Both?
Huh. He got it! Soka wins immunity! Safe from tribal council! Sending Tika to tribal council where somebody will be the third person out of Survivor 44.
Weird that Jeff cares about Claire sitting out twice so far. It's only episode 2, but it's even worse that they lost immunity. Back at camp, Helen and Carson both say, we aren't voting out Yam Yam since he is good for challenges. But then people say, we want Carolyn out.
The plan that everybody's throwing out there was Caroline, and I went with it. I said, of course we're gonna target her. Caroline and I, overall, crazy people, but we're here to play. And we're the same person. Let's do a letter with the hands and then put the letter out.
Yeah, H. That was my H.
I want to get rid of Helen because she's super intelligent. She's constantly working scenarios out. And if we get rid of Helen and Sarah doesn't have Helen, the only thing Sarah has is us.
Like, we have to stick together. I want to be like, I want to be a part of your life. Like,
when Carson got to Caroline, she was like all over the place.
are you kidding me? Okay. What do you mean, am I going to change this to what? Me?
Sneaky, sneaky. Carolyn and Yam Yam are a couple of goofballs. So they all go to vote at tribal council and...
First vote, Carolyn. Helen, 1 vote Carolyn, 1 vote Helen. Helen, 2 votes Helen. Third person voted out of Survivor 44. Helen, the tribe has spoken. Time for the go.
Helen is gone, and as it turns out, Sarah had actually lost her vote when she went on that boat trip, so she couldn't even help Helen if she wanted to. We then see how Yam Yam has been snoring all night, and Carolyn is mad about this, but truly everyone kind of laughs it off, and Tika is getting along quite nicely. At the immunity challenge, Claire sits out again, and Jeff is ticked.
Soka, you have 2 extra tribe members. Who are you going to sit out of this challenge?
Make it 3.
Claire, just to mark this down, you have yet to compete in an immunity challenge this season.
Yeah.
And you're all right with that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we make the best decision for the tribe. My ego's not involved. All right, there's 1 side, 2 sides, 3, and 4. Tika has it! Tika wins immunity, sending Soka to tribal council for the first time this season.
Good on Yam Yam and Carson winning immunity, but what's up with Jeff getting so mad at Claire? What if that is her big strategic move? What if she is playing 4D chess? Like, I know she gets voted off at the end of this episode, but Claire is an S-rank Survivor player who refuses to participate in immunity challenges in order to win. Jokes aside, we move on to episode 4, where we get a secret scene of Yam Yam accidentally burning his buff, and this makes him cry because he says he wanted it in perfect condition after the season. Well, I guess if he makes the merge, he can get that one in perfect condition. But then plot twist, someone put a red X in the birdcage. Now, we as an audience know this was Carolyn, but Yam Yam suspects the show did this and says it could not have been another player. Little does he know. Tika goes on to lose reward, and Carson is sent on the boat journey this time, and when he comes back to camp...
When I see Josh, my heart sank. Like, I had no breath in me. Like, I was like, is that him? That's not Carson. That's Joshua. What? It means all this relationship I've been building with Carson is no more.
Well, we had some sort of mini tribe swap as it turns out, since Carson is now on the Orange Ratu tribe. Yam Yam is anti this whole thing happening, and especially anti-Josh. Right away, when getting to know Josh, Yam Yam immediately recognizes that this dude is lying to him about his job. As it turns out, Josh is a surgeon, but he's pretending not to be, and Yam Yam hates lying. At the immunity challenge, Claire sits out again, and they lose. Back at camp, Yam Yam tells Carolyn that if Sarah flips, then they will target him and not Carolyn, since he is an actual threat. Interesting that Carolyn's not viewed as a threat. We then go to tribal council, where...
It's like the new kid in the classroom, you know? Like, maybe I had a friend in the classroom that we were really good friends with, but I don't want to be her friend anymore. And I want.
What are you trying to say?
No. I'm just saying it like as an idea. I'm not saying that Yam Yam is saying, bye, Felicia. You know, I'm just saying.
Who's Felicia?
I don't want to say any name now, you know? People might get hurt.
I think he made a slip that he regrets making.
When he said her.
Yeah.
I do believe Yam Yam here. I don't think he meant like Carolyn in that sense. Like he was trying to just set an example, but Carolyn takes offense to it, and I don't blame Carolyn. This is just bad miscommunication here. But the plan is still to vote off Josh. So with that, they go to vote, and
If anybody has an advantage or an idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Jeff, for myself.
This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Josh will not count. First vote, Josh does not count. Josh does not count.
Wow, knew it.
Sarah, 1 vote Sarah. 5th person voted out of Survivor 44. Sarah, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Josh was gifted an idol when he got tribe swapped, so they never really had a chance to get him out, and the Tika members were forced to remove an old member no matter what. That seems fair. No, it doesn't. Back at camp, Yam Yam says, I don't like that I was left out of the loop on the Sarah vote. I would have voted with you. And Carolyn says, I just don't like being told what to do like some sort of minion. She then says that Yam Yam is such a baby when things don't go his way. We then see Yam Yam say, screw it, I might as well try to make good with Josh.
I'm trying to make amends with Josh. I understand why he's mad, but dude, you did the same thing to me. You lied to me. But he's like, you're the one wrong and I don't trust you and you're the one dishonest. Dude, great move, applaud, move on. If you don't want to work with me, it's fine. But what's up with the bitch face, you know?
So do you have that
second idol?
I do. Yeah, my pocket.
Yeah, we immediately get a scene following that where Yam Yam and Josh connect over being gay, but it feels insignificant versus what is happening strategically between them. At the immunity challenge, Claire refuses to participate again, and Yam Yam and Josh lose them immunity. I mean, this tribe cannot catch a break. Back at camp, Josh tries to play 4D chess when...
It's the idol.
Are those the bits from Tree Mail?
No.
These are the bits from Tree Mail, Josh.
Can you not destroy it for me?
I didn't do anything. It came apart.
Give it to me.
Josh is sketchy. I mean, he pulls out this freaking fake idol. The bits from fake. Came apart. We're sitting at camp waiting to go to tribal, and all of a sudden Jeff arrives in a boat, and I was like, what's going on?
So you're curious why I'm here?
Yes.
And Matthew left the game.
Matthew is no longer in the game due to his shoulder. So Matthew's bad news is your good fortune. That means there is no tribal council tonight.
But I'm sorry that he went home.
Jeff just saved Josh. That idol was so fake, and Yam Yam knew it. Also, with Matthew gone, Yam Yam now has a 1 in 2 shot of winning. But now it is time. Episode 6 sees everyone merging. Well, sort of. If you've seen the past New Era seasons, then you know the drill here. They will have to earn the merge by surviving the next vote. But then, in a secret scene, we see...
Check with here, Yam. Apparently nobody.
Yeah.
You wanna work with me?
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah,
dude, we want to work with you, man. You're awesome.
I come from Tika. Like, we were a disaster. These people have been living in heaven. Like, they have not been playing Survivor. They've been, like, eating papaya, coconut. They have not been playing, voting people up. We have.
Uh-oh, are you okay?
Is that Josh?
Yeah.
Josh.
Are you okay?
You okay?
Yeah, I passed out.
Do you want something to eat? You think that will help? Yeah?
Let's just leave.
I'm not getting the proper nutrition, so it's important for me to keep just going so I can win and get some food and sustenance. So I don't want people to kind of start questioning like what's going on with Josh and even have a bigger target on my back. Like maybe he should go home. He doesn't feel or look well.
Wow, Josh wasn't looking too good, but then we see him dishing out to others about how Yam Yam and Sarah try to vote him out. And Yam Yam's like, what the heck else was I supposed to do? But the bigger issue here is that Josh is planting all these negative seeds about Yam Yam to everyone, and he can't have that. Matt from the old green Soka tribe talks to Yam Yam and says, yeah, us Soka, we're not tightly aligned at all and could easily be broken up. Well. Thanks for the free information. Also, as it turns out, Matt says they want Josh out as well. Double whammy. But then comes the turning point for Yam Yam, Carolyn, and Carson when
Carolyn and Yam Yam and myself formed the Three Stooges at Tika.
I think us three, let's stick together. Like, I trust y'all. I love y'all.
Yeah.
I think we just need to play it a little down low because if we're identified as a threesome, Three Stooges, then people will try to take us out.
I wonder if they're going to be the final three, or will Yam Yam have to turn on them? Or will Franny actually win? I guess it's possible. We then get a secret scene of everyone reading the clue for the Earn the Merge challenge, and Yam Yam is sweating bullets. At said challenge, Claire sits out again, and everyone is split into two teams. Yam Yam ends up on the orange team with Josh, and now I need to mention that Carson is a puzzle guru. He 3D prints these things at home and practices them non-stop. So whenever you see a challenge with a puzzle and Carson is there, just know it's already been lost by everyone else. Carson's winning. Oh, and Carson's on purple this time, so Yam Yam's team loses. Yam Yam then says, well, I guess I'm screwed because the group I'm in is all Soak and Ratu and I'm the lone Tika, so I'm probably going to be voted off. Josh, of course, immediately starts pushing to get out Yam Yam by telling Lauren and Heidi, who seem to agree. But Josh then approaches Yam Yam about voting off Kane, and Yam Yam says, I don't want that. I want to vote off Josh. I want the gratification. But then Kane, in baffling fashion, says, let's get Yam Yam instead of Josh. Can anything go Yam Yam's way? At Tribal Council, we get the usual shtick of people comparing Survivor to everyday activities, with Heidi of the old Soka tribe comparing it to driving a car, and the show makes a point to show everyone not caring or rolling their eyes. Heck, Jeff doesn't even acknowledge this, and Jeff usually loves these analogies. Does this matter? Nah, I mean, I thought it was funny. So everyone goes to vote, and
First vote, Yam Yam. Yam Yam. 2 votes, Yam Yam. Josh, we're tied. 2 votes, Josh. 2 votes, Yam Yam. Yam Yam. 3 votes, Yam Yam. Josh, we're tied again. Josh, that's 4 votes, Josh. 5 votes, Josh. 7th person voted out of Survivor 44. Josh, that's 6. That's enough. Need to bring me your torch. Josh, the tribe has spoken. Time for you.
Tribal Council suck. I almost didn't make it. I saw my name for the first time. Ooh, it's a pretty name, but you don't want to see it written down, you know? Thank God it wasn't me tonight, because you were all gonna listen to it. I was like, you bitch. No, I'm kidding. I'm so scared. So I do my best Yam Yam thing, you know? My strategy's always been to charm people. We play an individual game, but there's a lot of people here and you need friends. So I'm about making friends.
that is exactly what Yam Yam needed. Josh is gone and he won't be on the jury either to poison them. Kind of like Gabler and Ellie from Survivor 43. Anyways, it is episode 7 and everyone is officially merged. Everyone then starts gossiping about the bird cages and who got what. As it turns out, Brandon found the orange Ratu's idol and played it in the first episode. As we know, Carolyn found Tika's, but literally no one else knows about this. And Matt reveals that Danny of the Green Soka tribe must have theirs. Matt has been an amazing source of free information so far. Carson says he's amazed everyone's kind of just overlooking the Tika 3 alliance and the Three Stooges because they seem to have the power, because Soka and Ratu are going at each other's throats and the Tika 3 are just the swing votes. But time for a plot twist. Jeff says we are doing a second Earn the Merge. Only this time, the losing team will not only be eligible to be voted off, but will be the only ones voting. So sort of like having 2 tribes in the pre-merge, or like that same dumb twist from season 14. Why? Why are they doing this? Claire sits out again, and Yam Yam's purple team loses. Unfortunately, he is paired with 3 Ratu members and Matt. Yam Yam thinks he's a goner. He then decides to plant some seeds and tells Lauren that Danny and Matt of Soka are gunning for her. She's like, oh really? What she doesn't know is this isn't truthful. So we go to Tribal Council where Yam Yam and Matt get emotional and they know one of them are gone and this situation is bollocks. So Matt makes a peace offering.
May I offer you a papaya in these trying times? As a gesture of peace, Jeff. Maybe tonight we don't have to snuff any torches. Maybe we can all just go back to the camp and be friends. Like, this is crazy, this game.
I should have brought up a fire.
It is time to vote.
Jeff, I found a control the vote. So I get to select one of you, and then you must vote the way I tell you. I'm going to take Lauren's vote, and I want Lauren to vote for Yam Yam.
First vote, Yam Yam. Jam Jam. 2 votes, Jam Jam. Matt. 1 vote, Matt. Matt, we're tied. 8th person voted out of Survivor 44 and the first member of our jury. Matt. Matt, the tribe has spoken.
Thanks, Jeff.
Time for you to go.
Thankfully, Heidi squandered that advantage, as that would have been total crap if it was the reason Jam Jam went to the jury. Episode 8 sees Jam Jam saying he thought he was a goner, and Heidi says she threw the vote on Jam Jam as a throwaway to not ruffle any feathers. The Three Stooges then reconvene and say they need to continue leaning into the Soko Ratu rivalry and just be the swing votes that no one notices. But then we go to the immunity challenge, where Claire sits out yet again, and
Jeff. Danny. That was nice. Well timed.
was that important? No, but a well-timed fart could be very funny. Lauren wins immunity, and thank the Lord we finally get a regular merge episode, as we see pretty much everyone ignore the Tika 3 like Carson said, and as it turns out, it is either Brandon or Franny going tonight. So at Tribal Council, they all go to vote, and
I got something for you, Jeff. The place for Franny.
Okay, first vote. Franny does not count. 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 Brandon. Brandon, 2 votes, Brandon. 9th person voted out and the 2nd member of our jury, Brandon. Brandon, tribe has spoken.
Tribal just went exactly as I expected it to go. But in reality, I knew all along Danny was gonna play the idol to protect her. So big target goes out, no blood in my hands. I'm good with both sides. This is a good night for me. I'm a little James Bond, you know? 000, what is it? 007? You put Jam Jam's thing down and you think you can get away with it. That's not happening, you know?
oh, so that's why Jam Jam voted for Franny. Sneaky, sneaky. I thought it was to make sure he won, since she is the only other one eligible due to the repeated use of editing hints by Survivor, but Jam Jam would have to be watching the show while playing it, which is impossible. On the plus side, there are now only 3 members from each original tribe, and everyone is out searching for the idol that Danny played, since it should be re-hidden. Carolyn nor Jam Jam find it, and during an emotional speech from Carolyn, we see them both getting this epic shot on this rock. We then go to the immunity challenge, where Claire sits out yet again, and Jeff says, if you all want rice, we need to do a negotiation. I want 4 of you to sit out or you get nothing. So not really a negotiation, more like a hostage exchange. Franny ends up winning immunity, and back at camp, Carolyn risks her shorts.
Just trying to get up to the
Everybody is disgusting here. The smell, I would never believe it was like this. It's a mix of like garage worker armpit with burnt coconut, and the humidity, nothing's dry, everything stinks, like wet dog smell. Like I try to keep my clothes as clean as I can, but it's hard, you know? Are those pants too close to the fire?
If they get on fire, it's whatever God's plan.
It's your plan, don't be blaming God. Oh, no? I should. The pants burned. Put it in the sand.
Oh my God. Anyone just have acceptance here? Oh yeah, the belt is gonna hide it all. You're not even be able to see. You guys are gonna be laughing at yourselves. Judgment.
That was from a secret scene cut from the show, but I feel like it was very important to show you. Jam Jam then says he is right in the middle as they watch Soko and Ratu still completely ignore the Tika 3, despite the fact that all 3 of these tribes have 3 members each. But then Franny says, we should vote out Tika before we let them get too far in this game. Let's split our votes on Jam Jam and Carolyn. But then Danny says, no, that's dumb gameplay, Franny. Good work, Danny. That's the losing spirit that will help Tika win. Jam Jam then says since Kane has voted for him in the past and was gunning for him, then he needs to go. So at Tribal Council,
10th person voted out and the 3rd member of our jury, Kane. Kane, the tribe has spoken.
Episode 10 sees Franny win reward, and this is her 3rd individual challenge win, and she takes Carolyn, Lauren, and Heidi with her. Jam Jam is ticked as he has yet to have any food rewards at all. We then see Danny say an asinine thing when he suggests voting out Franny, the same woman he played an idol for not But 2 episodes ago, we see in a secret scene how the women came back from reward and everyone makes their own bowling lane, albeit without the expensive rental shoes, and they enjoy a break from the game. The Claire approach, as I call it. And speaking of Claire, she sits out of the next immunity challenge, which is a puzzle. So obviously, Carson wins. Danny then doubles down and says no one can beat Franny. Let's vote her out. Whatever, as long as it ain't Tika. Carson and Yam Yam say Jamie needs to go too, since she told everyone she had an idol, but Kane took it with him when he was voted off, but no one believes Jamie about this story. In bigger news, Carolyn is getting super close to Franny, and Yam Yam and Carson are like, we need to get rid of Franny, otherwise we might lose Carolyn to her. At Tribal Council, Jamie says, Kane went out with my idol. So everyone looks at Kane, who gives them all nothing in return to let them know that Jamie is telling the truth. And they all go to vote, and
11th person voted out, 4th member of our jury, Franny. Franny, the tribe has spoken.
it is episode 11 and Yam Yam's won the game. I know, a couple episodes early, but unless Survivor's pulling a new trick out of its hat, the same editing trick they've done since season 33, it's making it blatantly obvious who will win. Fun! Carolyn is so mad at Yam Yam and Carson for voting out her friend that she seriously considers turning on them. But who will she turn to? Well, the next morning she turns to Yam Yam, who she reconnects with, and they are golden now. Good on Yam Yam. She states that she trusts him again, but then we see Danny absolutely baffled by who voted for him at the last tribal council. It was Heidi, and Yam Yam knows this, so he says, "Hey Danny, it was Heidi," and Danny's like, "No, it couldn't have been Heidi. Had to have been you." We then see even more dangerous talk take place when Heidi, Jamie, and Danny consider the idea of breaking up the Tika 3, namely Yam Yam, because Danny doesn't like that he voted for him, even though it wasn't him, it was Heidi. But in the meantime, we see a classic Survivor Challenge return, Last Gasp. Now, we saw this in Survivor 43, but none of the players here have seen this since, I don't know, season 26. Claire, of course, sits out, but Yam Yam is determined to win.
Heidi is out. It's over, Yam Yam. It's over. Right here. You earned this.
They may try to break up the Tika 3, but it ain't gonna be Yam Yam. Carolyn then says she is worried they may go after Carson, and I must say, no one ever seems to target Carolyn despite her being available, because no one takes her seriously as a threat, which is a shame because Carolyn is like an amazing character on the show. It's just her antics, I think, cause other people not to respect her. The Tika 3 agree to vote Danny, and at Tribal, Yam Yam says, "At all times, I'm thinking about who the jury will vote for, good or bad." But then a plot twist happens that no one on the island saw coming.
I'm gonna play this for Carson.
Okay. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Carson will not count. First vote, Carson does not count. Carson does not count. Heidi. Danny, 1 vote Danny. Danny, 2 votes Danny. We're tied. 2 votes Heidi. 2 votes Danny. 1 vote left. 12th person and the 5th member of our jury, Danny.
You snuffed my torch, Jeff? You snuffed my torch. Huh?
Danny, the tribe has spoken.
Technically, Carolyn's idol was wasted, but back at camp, Yam Jam's like, holy crap, maybe Carolyn is an actual threat. I need to consider voting off now because she kept the idol a secret from me the whole season, and we've been closely aligned. Heck, Jamie and Lauren agree and say a similar thing. Everyone then searches for the idol that Carolyn played, but Yam Jam has no idea if anyone finds it. But then, it finally happens. Carson, Lauren, and Yam Jam win reward.
Welcome to Century, where good things happen.
My first reward in 22 days. Bula! Welcome to Sanctuary where all good things happen. I'm like, thank God, give me a hug. I feel like I'm home. I have not eaten here in the freaking coconut, papaya, and snails. I'm happy I won this reward. This is the reward I needed to win. Girl, we smell amazing.
Can you burp in my mouth? Or my nose? Oh. I felt kind of gross after that, to be honest. But he smelled good. His beard, everything, because it's torturous.
Yeah, no, I would pass on the burps. At the immunity challenge, Claire sits out yet again. How dare she? And Lauren wins her second immunity. Yam Yam tells Jamie right now the plan is to vote out Carolyn, but then...
That's my only superpower, is knowing what people like from me.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't think I haven't lied to you this whole time.
Yes, I did. I'm happy that you didn't recommend it. We would have to be in the jury now.
I'd be like...
Everybody that wrote my name down is the jury.
Is Yam Yam going all mafia boss and Jamie? I mean, he plays it so cool, just like everything else he does. But man, don't vote for Yam Yam or else, I guess. Tika 3 then decide they still think Jamie has an idol and that she's lying to them, so blindsiding her is the right call. And for some reason, Heidi is along for the ride with them. Cool. So all that talk of Carolyn this episode was for naught, as at Tribal Council, Heidi plays Danny's re-hidden idol, and
13th person voted out of Survivor 44. Jamie, need to bring me your torch? Jamie, the tribe has spoken.
Here we go, finale time. Tika is up 3-2 over Heidi and Lauren, and this time everyone was well prepared for the final 5 island that Survivor does now, and heck, Jeff was pretty annoyed that they came prepared. He likes when they fake being shocked by his twists. So it is Yam Yam versus Carolyn versus Carson versus Lauren versus Heidi, but we already know Yam Jam's going to win because the storytelling has predetermined him to win. If Franny and Matthew do not, and guess what? They're not here, so obviously that ain't happening. At this new beach, people suspect an idol will be here since Heidi just played one, and Yam Yam gets it.
I got it.
Shut up.
Rosie, are you kidding?
A piece of wood, guys.
But for reals, the next day everyone is looking, but because Survivor breaks the recent trend of just hiding idols on walking paths, no one suspects it being up in a tree. We then go to the final 5 immunity challenge, where Claire sits out yet again. She must be an evil genius. But it's a puzzle, and so we all know what that means. Carson wins, and he takes Yam Yam on the reward with him. While enjoying said reward, Yam Yam says maybe we should get out Carolyn next, and Carson goes, no, Lauren's the biggest threat, she needs to go. I mean, I guess if you say so, dude. Back at camp, Carolyn asks to smell Yam Jam's breath yet again, but this time without the burp, and Lauren is such a massive threat that she is basically resigned to being voted off. She makes no serious effort to rally people to vote off Yam Jam instead, and at Tribal, she cries and gives what feels like a farewell speech. Cool, so Lauren is voted off 3-1-1.
The tribe has spoken.
Now, how serious was Yam Yam about getting rid of Carolyn? Well, at the prior Tribal, he threw a vote on Heidi, but in his secret scene reveals he couldn't find it in himself to vote Carolyn since he is a softie. Carolyn has never been in any real threat to go. At the final immunity challenge, Claire kicks it up a notch and sits this one out, and in a twist, Heidi wins. Great. I was kind of hoping the entire Tika 3 would make it to the end. Thanks, Heidi. She immediately says she is strongly considering making fire against someone, and back at camp she looks for volunteers. Yam Yam says, I think you already said you would volunteer, Heidi. So when everyone preps for the final 4 fire making competition, these back-to-back scenes take place.
The fire's still going.
I'm on an incline, man.
I'm on an incline too.
No, you're not. You're in a perfect crevice.
I take my stone. You came and from my style. When Carson and I made fire day 1, I saw him destroying that flint like it was a piece of meat. I was like, dude, you don't go at it like that, you know? You caress it with your steel. The more people that know fire, the harder her decision is gonna be. I struggle with seeing people suffering, and seeing Carson do so well in this game and be so strong and be so amazing at everything he tackles, and then seeing him give up at the end, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I want Carson to go out giving everything he has in him. And if it means that I need to teach him my tricks and he wins over me, is it a bad move? It's not important to me if it's a bad move or a good move. It's something that I really honestly wanted to do.
Just the fact that he would help me in a situation where it would be an easy win against me, it's pretty amazing, and it really speaks to, I think, how this game goes beyond just the money.
On paper, helping Carson is dumb, but it is that soft side to Yam Yam that people find appealing and why he will be so dangerous come final Tribal Council. Speaking of Tribal, Heidi decides that she will make fire against Carson, guaranteeing Yam Yam a final 3 spot, and when she faces off with him,
This challenge is on. Go. Both players now working quickly to get more kindling in there. Carson's flame is starting to grow, but he's got to get more height quickly. Heidi's flame is all over that rope, and it's over. Heidi, that is the fastest fire ever made. Carson, the tribe has spoken.
I bet if that were a fire puzzle, Carson would have won. It's now day 26 and Yam Yam says he is stressed. It feels like he has a finals test today and he doesn't want to fail. Everything is riding on this. As they enjoy their final 3 breakfasts, Yam Yam says what he needs to do to win it all.
Now the only thing I need to do is win the game. But the biggest hurdle is tonight. Am I gonna be able to convince the jury to vote for me to win? I decided how I wanted to get here, and I got here. But it doesn't matter what I did because it's all perception here. It doesn't matter the way I see it because I'm not the one voting. Now I need to make the jury members believe I played $1 million game. My words are my weapons. I'm gonna use them to my advantage.
It is now final tribal council, and we already know Yam Yam is going to beat Carolyn and Heidi, so let's see how he will do it. Kane is the first to speak from the jury, and he says the final three will need to explain their game. And
what do I think it is your perception of me? I think you love me, of course. I believe that all of you perceive me as a happy-go-lucky person, which I am. What I think the biggest perception of me, which I think is the wrong perception, is that I was following Carson's steps all the way. But we know what was the target every time. Caroline also had...
Can I say something within that? Towards the beginning of the merge, you guys were kind of riding a little bit of the wave of the Soca members.
It wasn't like that. That's what we wanted you to perceive. We wanted you to perceive that we were willing to go with the target that you chose. So I knew every single people vote every time we go to tribal.
Yam Yam's charm is going to win him this jury. Count on it. Heidi tries to pitch that the Tika 3 had it so easy this game, and Yam Yam's like, hold up, no we didn't. We came into this merge down in numbers. It was not easy at all. We had to use the perception that we had to our advantage, and we did that successfully. Danny then asked Yam Yam how he used Carson to advance his game, and Yam Yam says he used Carson to get food, but more importantly, he used everyone, not just Carson, to advance his game. Franny then asked them all how they use their emotions in this game, and
I have many emotions. My happiness, my love, my care. How do I use this in my favor? And I don't want to like offend anybody, and the conversations that I had were real. But some of you were very blank when I would talk to you. Jamie, for example, was super blank. Brandon was super blank to me. Kane is still like that, you know? But how did I knew if you guys were telling me the truth or not? I would take my time to build a real relationship with each of you and see how your eye twinkle when you're talking about your loved one, or your eye twinkle when you're talking about food or about your work. So when you guys were lying to me or not telling me the truth, that twinkle went away. So I used your emotions and your facial expressions that I knew were real and compared them to when they were not real. And that's why I am so successful working with people. That's how I use emotions in my favor. Not only my emotions, but how I use your emotions to know what was going on.
The way Yam Yam speaks makes everything sound better than it is. And like Gabler last season, the jury is eating this up. Carolyn then tries to defend her idol play for Carson, and Yam Yam says no. That was a waste. I told you shouldn't have played it and saved it for later, and you didn't do that. The jury then addresses the physical part of the game, and
so the physical aspect of the challenge was super scary to me, like super scary, because I'm not a physical person. What happened to the last gap challenge? And I had no idea I had it in me. I was doing everything that I could do to distract from your voice, which is very supporting, but it's very annoying when you're like doing a challenge. And if I win, I'll be the first Puerto Rican male to win tonight.
Yam Yam is dogging on Jeff and even making him laugh. I mean, come on. How did this man get overlooked come the post-merge? He's so charming. Let's count it up by my count. Yam Yam made the jury laugh 6 total times, Carolyn made them laugh twice, and Heidi made them laugh 0 times. No one was impressed by Heidi, so the vote is revealed, and...
First vote, Heidi. Yam Yam. 1 vote Heidi, 1 vote Yam Yam. Yam Yam. 2 votes Yam Yam. Yam Yam. 3 votes Yam Yam. Yam Yam. 4 votes Yam Yam. 1 vote Heidi. The winner of Survivor 44, Yam Yam.
So let's break this down. How is Yam Yam as a character? Charisma and charm. Is that the same thing? Because I feel like Yam Yam has so many layers to it that it has to be 2 different things. Yam Yam has these in spades, and it makes even the most boring average confessionals from him pop. How can he break the ice or say negative things and yet no one takes it the wrong way is incredible. His friendship with Carolyn and Carson was super cool, and I think he might have more energy than Marianne from season 42, but I can't know this for certain. Yam Yam was a memorable character who makes the season even better than some of its predecessors. Out of 27 character moments shown on the show, 21 were heroic and 6 were villainous, making Yam Yam a hero character on Survivor 44. Now, how is Yam Yam as a strategist? 4 seasons in a row, the vote count for the winner has been 7-1, but unlike the last 3 winners, Yam Yam's win was mathematically the messiest since he received the most number of votes along the way to get to the end. But the dude overcame adversity, formed a tight alliance, and kind of dominated the post-merge game. The Josh vote out was crucial, and his charisma was so good, it actually went unnoticed by others, and then at Final Tribal, he unleashed it to the max to swoon the jury and secure the easy victory. My only issue with his game at the end of the day is that I think he was willing to face off against Carson at the end, and I'm not sure if Yam Yam has as easy of a win if he faces off against Carson. I think Carson had a shot. I guess we can thank Heidi for stopping that. Out of 54 strategic moments shown on the show, 38 were smart and 16 were dumb, making Yam Yam a smart strategist on Survivor 44. Thank you for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. See you all next time.